Boeing's decision to move key production and jobs to Canada has sent shockwaves through the aerospace industry. This isn't just a minor reshuffle, it's a fundamental shift in strategy, driven by new U.S. protectionist policies and rising tariffs. By expanding Canadian operations and relocating component manufacturing, Boeing aims to survive a volatile trade environment and soaring material costs. The move raises urgent questions about the future of American manufacturing and signals that even the strongest cross-border partnerships can fracture under political and economic pressure. The crisis began in 2018, when the Trump administration imposed a sweeping 25% tariff on imported steel and aluminum, sending shockwaves through the manufacturing sector almost overnight. These new levies were intended to bolster domestic production and protect American jobs, but the consequences quickly rippled far beyond the steel mills and smelters. The tariffs targeted key trading partners like Canada, a country deeply intertwined with the U.S. economy, especially in sectors like aerospace and automotive manufacturing. For decades, the North American aerospace industry thrived on duty-free trade, relying on seamless cross-border collaboration and just-in-time delivery of parts. But these sudden tariffs instantly upended established business models, forcing companies to scramble to adapt and creating massive uncertainty for thousands of workers and suppliers. The highly integrated supply chain, where aircraft components and raw materials cross the US-Canada border multiple times during production, was suddenly tangled in new costs and red tape. Companies faced delays, increased paperwork, and the threat of retaliatory tariffs, all of which threatened to make American-made planes less competitive on the global stage. With a crucial trade agreement set to expire and no clear path forward, industry giants like Boeing and their suppliers faced a stark choice. Absorb crippling new costs, pass them on to customers, or attempt to reconfigure their complex supply chains, a process that could take years and cost millions. Critics quickly pointed out that the U.S. simply lacks the capacity to produce enough high-grade aluminium to meet the needs of its aerospace sector. This shortfall meant that tariffs, rather than protecting American industry, risked driving up prices and creating shortages, essentially a self-inflicted wound for manufacturers. The policy, meant to shield American industry from foreign competition, instead threatened to disrupt the very system that made the U.S. a global aviation leader. As uncertainty mounted, companies, workers, and entire communities braced for the fallout, unsure of what the future would hold for one of America's most vital industries. The tariffs overlooked America's deep reliance on Canada for aerospace manufacturing, especially for high-grade green aluminium. In 2023, Canada exported nearly $13 billion in aerospace products to the U.S., reflecting decades of cross-border collaboration. The U.S. produced only 750,000 tons of aluminium, dwarfed by Canada's 3 million tons, making Canadian supply essential, not optional. Canadian expertise extends beyond raw materials, providing critical components and innovation for American-assembled aircraft. The 1979 Agreement on Trade in Civil Aircraft eliminated tariffs and fostered this integration, now threatened by new levies. The uncertainty forced companies to question U.S. reliability as a trading partner. Boeing's Canadian shift is a direct response to protect its supply chain from escalating trade risks. American aerospace unions and industry leaders quickly condemned the tariffs, warning they would cost thousands of high-paying U.S. jobs. Union leaders voiced their concerns at rallies and in urgent letters to lawmakers, emphasizing that the aerospace sector is one of the last bastions of well-paid, skilled manufacturing work in the country. They argued that these jobs are not easily replaced, and that the ripple effects would be felt in communities nationwide, from small suppliers to large assembly plants. They argued that higher input costs would make U.S. aircraft more expensive, reduce demand, and trigger layoffs. Workers on the factory floor expressed anxiety about their futures, with some already seeing reduced hours or temporary shutdowns. Industry analysts warned that the increased costs would not only hurt domestic sales, but also make American planes less competitive abroad, threatening export markets that have long supported the sector. A coalition of airlines and manufacturers urged the administration to exempt aerospace, highlighting the sector's $125 billion trade surplus. They stressed that this surplus is a rare bright spot in the U.S. economy, supporting millions of jobs and driving innovation. The coalition argued that undermining aerospace would have far-reaching consequences, not just for workers, but for the nation's global standing in advanced manufacturing. Experts pointed to the 2018 tariffs, which caused net job losses in manufacturing, history threatening to repeat itself. Economists and policy analysts cited studies showing that previous tariffs led to higher prices for consumers and businesses alike, while failing to revive struggling industries. Many warned that the lessons of the past were being ignored, and that the same mistakes could lead to even greater economic pain this time. The policy was seen as sacrificing a high-tech industry for a raw materials sector unable to meet demand. Critics argued that the U.S. steel and aluminum industries simply could not scale up quickly enough to supply aerospace needs, leaving manufacturers caught between rising costs and supply shortages. This, they said, risked undermining decades of progress in American innovation and technology leadership. Executives from other sectors, like automotive, echoed the warnings, fearing cross-industry damage. They pointed out that supply chains are deeply interconnected, and that disruptions in aerospace would inevitably spill over into other industries, from electronics to transportation. The sense of uncertainty was palpable, with business leaders calling for urgent action to prevent a broader economic downturn. For Boeing, the tariffs meant immediate cost hikes and operational uncertainty, leaving relocation as one of the few viable options. Company officials warned that if the situation did not improve, they might be forced to move production overseas, taking thousands of jobs with them. The stakes, they said, could not be higher, not just for Boeing, but for the entire American aerospace industry, and the communities that depend on it. President Trump responded to Boeing's Canadian shift with a public tirade, accusing the company of betrayal and threatening severe consequences. He dismissed Boeing's concerns as excuses, insisting his tariffs would ultimately strengthen U.S. manufacturing. Ignoring warnings from unions and experts, Trump painted Boeing as unpatriotic, escalating the conflict. The president's attacks sent a chilling message to other companies. Strategic decisions in response to policy could make them political targets. This public shaming heightened industry uncertainty and risk. For Boeing and others, presidential anger became yet another business hazard to navigate. Canada swiftly retaliated, condemning the U.S. tariffs and announcing its own targeted levies on American aerospace products. The move escalated the trade dispute, with both countries' aerospace sectors caught in the crossfire. Canada's tariffs aimed to pressure U.S. corporations and lawmakers by targeting a major export market. The strategy was risky but calculated. The pain would be felt on both sides, but especially in the U.S. The tit-for-tat measures created immediate market uncertainty and squeezed manufacturers from both ends. Companies now faced higher costs for Canadian materials and new barriers to selling finished goods back into Canada. Boeing's expansion in Canada suddenly looked like a smart hedge against a two-front trade war. The economic stakes are enormous. U.S. aerospace exports were projected at $125 billion in 2025, making it a top export sector. The new tariffs jeopardized this success, with Boeing especially vulnerable due to its vast international supply chain. A 25% tariff on aluminum meant millions in extra costs, forcing tough choices: pass costs to customers or move operations. The U.S. simply can't replace Canadian aluminum, making the tariffs a tax on its own industry. Stock prices tumbled, and companies scrambled to stockpile materials, adding to volatility. History shows such tariffs cause net job losses, not gains. The chain reaction threatens American jobs, exports, and global competitiveness. In recent years, the American aerospace industry, long considered the crown jewel of U.S. manufacturing, has found itself at a crossroads. Boeing's decision to shift some operations to Canada, combined with the Trump administration's tariffs and Canada's swift retaliation, have created a climate of unprecedented uncertainty for U.S. aerospace companies. What was once a stable, predictable environment for growth and innovation has become fraught with risk and volatility. The industry's dominance is now threatened not by aggressive foreign competitors, as many might expect, but by a series of domestic policy missteps and unpredictable trade decisions that have shaken the confidence of both investors and workers. The loss of stability and predictability is forcing companies to hedge their bets, reevaluate their long-term strategies, and even consider moving critical operations abroad to protect their bottom lines. This shift is not just about numbers on a balance sheet. It's about the future of American innovation and the livelihoods of thousands of skilled workers. Other manufacturers, both large and small, are watching these developments closely, weighing their own options and contingency plans. If the current trend continues, it could trigger a broader exodus of industrial capacity from the United States, with ripple effects across the entire economy. Meanwhile, global competitors like Airbus are poised to capitalize on America's missteps, strengthening their own positions as U.S. firms struggle with rising costs and logistical headaches. As American companies grapple with higher costs, supply chain chaos, and a lack of clear direction, the nation's reputation as a reliable manufacturing hub is at risk. The world is watching, and the consequences of inaction could be severe. Lost jobs, shuttered factories, and a diminished role for the U.S. in the global aerospace market. Only a return to stable, rules-based trade with key allies can restore the confidence needed for long-term investment and growth. Without meaningful change, America's aerospace success story could quickly unravel, serving as a cautionary tale for other industries. The stakes are high, with jobs, innovation, and the nation's industrial future hanging in the balance.